Hey, Happy New Year from Gold's Garage, 30th of December. So the year is winding down, so I want to get that in there. So today you've seen many videos of this 406 small block Chev that I built, and we dynoed it back a couple months ago, I guess now. It made over 500 horsepower and well over 500 foot-pounds of torque. It's a nice street motor. And just before Christmas, I put it on sale, and Joel Vertanen called me and bought it. So welcome, Joel. I'm going to let you give you some input. So just want to say what I wanted to do. Joel saw the video on YouTube, so you could see it ran. It made horsepower, all that stuff. But because he was coming all this way, he drove over 6 hours to get here this morning. And so I put it on the test stand. I wanted to give him a chance to see it run just before he loaded it up in his vehicle and took it away. So we have just started it up a minute ago. It was stone cold when he got here and got a little bit of heat in it. We're going to start it up and run it just for a few seconds. Joel's putting it in a 78 Corvette. If he wants to talk about that, he's in the process of restoring it. And so let me turn it over to you, Joel, and give your side of the story. So before I do that, please like and subscribe. Somebody's always got to remind me, I always want you to like and subscribe. Please do that, and let's hear from Joel. Go ahead, Joel, first of all, please.
Yeah, I got a Corvette, 78 Corvette project that I bought a couple years ago. I never started the car, so I don't know what. It's an L82 4-speed, and the whole works is coming out. I'm going to put this 406 in it, and I want to get a Tremec T56 because the original tranny won't take the torque that this engine puts out. And I wasn't planning on buying an engine actually yet, because the car is still at the beginning of the stages of the project, and I got to take it apart. I took some of it apart, but the body's got to come off the frame, and so it's a bit early to get the engine, but I was looking for 500 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque. I like that number for that car, so this one fit the bill, and I had thought about getting a 383 stroker from the States, and then the numbers didn't work as well as this one did. So, and I also seen how Alan builds these engines. I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade, so I could theoretically do an engine, but I'm not in the know of all the little tricks of the trade to build these engines, and it's too much money to take a risk of screwing it up. So I figured I'd rather buy an engine that's running, that's been tested. I seen it run on a test, so I seen it run here. Pretty low risk, and I saw it on Kijiji actually, but I didn't trust the seller because I wasn't sure.
Don't blame you.
Who the seller was. But then I saw Alan on YouTube, and then he kept saying the engine's for sale, and I got a hold of him, and we made a deal, and I think that it's exactly what I need. I think it's going to put out the big block torque out of a small block, so that's really the goal here. And I guess I have to put some wider tires in the back to be able to.
You're going to need good tires, that's for sure.
Yeah. So
they'll burn rubber, that's for sure. Yeah. Thanks very much, Joel, for that. Just an interesting point. We started talking about how far he came. And I said, I'm from Sault Ste. Marie. It's about the same distance in the other direction. And Joel actually lived in Sault Ste. Marie when he was going to high school. I was working by then for sure. I'm a lot older. And he lived right around the corner. I could walk to his house in 5 minutes. So that's interesting how life comes
Small
together
world, eh?
like that. It's a small world. So let's get on with the purpose. We're going to just start it up and let it run for a few seconds and see how nice it runs. And then we'll say Happy New Year again and close off. So hang on a second. Took the headers off for you so you get the total experience.
The mufflers, yeah.
I took the mufflers off, yeah, sorry.
Straight headers.
Straight headers, yeah, exactly, yes. You can stay here. Okay, I had the idle adjusted a little low there. It idles well under 1,000 RPM when it's adjusted, so this would be a nice street motor for Joel's Corvette. Lots of low-end torque. This thing makes over 500 foot-pounds of torque, right from around just over 3,000 to 5,000 RPM. So he's going to have lots of fun with it. So
my cousins built some engines, and I showed the specs to him, and he was pretty happy with the stuff. So.
Thank you. I've actually built 427s and a real nice one too, and it only made 479 horsepower. So this is a small block with big block power and more horsepower than it did. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Of course, the 427 was probably closer to stock. So anyway, thanks for the business, Joel. Right after we close this off, we're going to unload it and get it on your vehicle and get you on the way. You got 6 hours to get back home. Thanks for watching Gold Scratch, and Happy New Year once again.